Hey everyone, it's Tiffany from Let's Get Scrappy, and this is part 2 of our Little Builder Folio tutorial as I just hit my light. Yeah, I had to take a break. In the first video, I hurt my foot. My husband was calling me for nonsense, mind you. It was just to see something on his show he was watching. And I just needed a break, and we're back with part 2. This is what happens when you don't edit. So yeah, I'm sorry about that, but here we go. Okay, so in the first video, which will be linked in the description box if you're just jumping on to this video, as well as the walkthrough of the project, we are making this adorable Little Builder folio. It's the Little Builder from Echo Park. This is a Country Craft Creations design team project. And I will be making another project using this base that we're doing in the tutorial, just to show how different it looks being the same exact, well, I might change it up a little bit once I do the other paper, but you know what I'm saying. It could look a little weird having this on there for the other one, but we'll see. I'll see if I can incorporate that and not make it look so cray-cray. But, we did the 2 flaps. Now, if you do want to build this off, you know, like the pockets, build it off of the book first, then put it in, you can. But we're going to go ahead and get going on the pockets. So we are going to need the pieces that we've already cut and scored. So this is the bottom pocket. It's 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and we scored it on 3 sides. Now I am just cutting through the intersection, just straight through the intersection there, and I'm going to miter the corners just a little bit. Doesn't have to be a ton. You don't have to miter at all if you don't like mitering. And then I'm going to do the same thing, then we'll fold all of them. So on the next piece, this is the 5 3/4 by 2 3/4 piece. It's our like middle pocket. Do not fold the bottom piece. Okay, so let's just set this aside for a sec, and we are just going to fold and fold this over. Fold this over, and just when we do it, just check your corners and see if you need to. Oh, that looks pretty good. And I'm just gonna do Tiffany looser. Okay, I'm so sorry. It goes this way. Ugh. What did I do? No, it doesn't. What did I do wrong? Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, I cut that too small. I am so sorry. Okay, where's my ruler? What did I do? See, there's always a mistake in Tiffany's videos. Just prepare yourself. Oh, I only did a 1/2 inch, and it needs to be 6 1/4. 5 3/4. Okay, let's just see if I could just save this piece and not redo it all. I don't know if I can, and I probably can't because I already cut it. Yeah, I don't think I can. I was going to just do 1/2 inch hinge, which you can if you did not do yours already and don't want to cut another piece. It just would be short down here because I mitered already. I'm going to have to get another one. So let's see if I did that with the smaller piece too, which of course I did because it's 5 3/4. But it's supposed to be, yeah, I did. Oh my gosh. So sorry. So sorry. Don't hate me. Okay, let me grab another piece. We're going to fix it real quick. Where is my neighbor? I have some scraps. Okay. Oh my gosh. I hate it. Way away. So we need to change this to 6 1/4. Look how I'm starting off the next video. Just shameful. So I'll just show you guys. We are cutting to 6 1/4. So if you did cut yours already, I mean, yeah, like the initial piece, but didn't score and miter, because I always tell you guys, you should always watch designers' tutorials first before you even do stuff, because all of us make some mistakes. But I make more because I don't edit. But you can still leave it and just score yours at 1/4 of an inch on each end on these sides, and you'll still be fine. But for me, I can't because I already did that. So by 5 3/4. So it is now 6 3/4, and this one is 2 3/4. And we'll save that piece. So front, I'll get my pen going. This is the bottom pocket. On the right hand side, and it is 6 1/4 by 5 3/4, and then score at 1/2 on 3 sides. Ugh, 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 ugh. Oh my goodness. Then this one is the middle pocket. We'll just say middle pocket. That is on the right side, and it is 6 1/4 by 2 3/4. Score at 1/2 on 3 sides. I thought this video was going to be shorter. I guess not. Negative. So now we need to score those. But we've all done this, right? We've all made mistakes. It's all good. 1/2 inch on each side. So you could turn it and do your 1/2 inch, whatever works for you. I just scored on the wrong darn side. I can't. I just can't, Tiffany. You are ridiculous. You're getting on my nerves. Girl, go do something. Go do something. So I just bumped that score back out. It's an easy fix. Just stay with me, people. Just stay with me. We got issues over here. Okay, let me just, that's why, you know, you do a dry run. Yep, okay. That's how it's supposed to be. Losa. I'm just getting a 1/2 inch on 3 sides. I'm sure in the other video you guys are like, huh? Say what? That does not work. So I'm just going to boo-boo and boo-boo. Bye. Okay. Let's get back to the regular programming. Program. Oh my gosh. I'm losing my mind. Where are my scissors now? Right there, underneath all the scraps. Okay, let's try this again. Now, we are going to go just right through the intersection, like so. Let's get this all cut. And make sure I cut the right stuff. I have little droppings everywhere. Okay, again, I'm just double checking. Make sure I have the right side. Oh my gosh. My Lanta. Tiffany just needs a timeout. Oops, that was not a good fold over. Okay, check, check. That one's good. I'm going to trim this one a little bit more. Just a smidge. I don't like it when it overlaps. That's perfect. This one's a little bit wider, but that's okay. So, dry fit. Please, please. Oh my goodness, thank you. Fold this one and the other side. Do not fold the bottom. Now this is where I said, I think in the walkthrough, if you don't want the full depth of this, because we just put this in here like that, and then we have a tag that goes all the way down, you could put glue right here and close it and have just a pocket, a short pocket up here, and then a short pocket down here if you want. But again, totally your choice, as always. You guys have to get so annoyed with my videos. Ooh. I know I would if I watched myself. Just saying. Okay, so I'm just doing the bottom for now. And oh, I kind of want to see. I don't like it when I can't like see the edge. So matching up. Matching up. You want to make sure that you do not go off the edge here or the bottom. I mean, preferably none of them, but those are the most important. Okay. So let's give that a good burnish. And I'm gonna grab my tape and just put a little tape there. Just to help with sliding things in and out. And I try not to burnish around like the actual edge right there, because then that defeats the purpose, because you still end up with a bump. I can't see this side. What is happening? Okay, corners. Corners. This is just my thing. Makes me feel better that it's fully secured. It won't start lifting up. Okay, so we have our first pocket on. Then we're going to do the next one. And it's just doing the sides. Remember, the bottom, unless you want to, we just use that as a guide. It makes it much easier to get that pocket tucked in. I don't want things to seep out. Messy glue girl. Tuck that in. Get it even. 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 We are good. Burnish that baby down. I cannot wait to play with the Country Craft Creations Winter Magic collection. It's so stinking cute. I'm going to be doing that this weekend. Hopefully, if all goes well. I do need to keep cleaning so I can get my room 100% done. I'm close, but I'm not there yet. Okay, so now we have this pocket. Did we have, I think this photo mat goes in here. Yes, this 5x9 goes in there. Now we have this little baby. So these 4 pieces, and let's just hope it all comes together. So, and again, I practice on boo-boo paper. So feel free to practice until you get it. Don't get frustrated. Sometimes it takes me a minute to figure out which way to fold. And I try to keep a, let me see if I have it. Yeah. When I do it, I try to keep like an example. I'll show you guys. So here was my boo-boo paper that I used. And then I have an example of what these things should look like. I like to keep examples of things, especially if they're like kind of trickier things. And I just keep all that stuff in a drawer. So we are going to go ahead and miter the corners. I just have to remember which way I'm mitering. This way. We'll soon find out if I do it wrong. Because I have done that too. That's going to glue to the top here. And it just gives us the ability, I'm going to cut off just a little bit of this corner, to utilize the whole paper instead of gluing this down and then you can't use the paper that's underneath. Nope, we're using this baby up. So just add some adhesive. Oh, did you hear my stomach? That was so loud. My stomach's like, Tiffany, feed me. Why are you trying to starve me? Okay. So I think, yes. That is lined up nicely. Good burnish. Now we're going to stick this to the top of the bottom pocket. And I gotta find it. There it is. So it's up to you if you want to stick yours on. I'm gonna stick mine on, or you could put your glue on this side and stick it like that as well. So up to you if you want it totally invisible. I'm just sticking it on. And I'm going to use this so I can see what the heck I'm doing. And again, I am just eyeballing the center. Doesn't have to be perfect for me. I wish it was, but I don't have time for all that. I gave that up a long time ago. So see, we have flip, flip. There we go. And we're all good. That is the initial base of the pop-up. Now, oh, let's go for it. This one's easy. You just fold in half, burnish, make sure you're straight, fold opposite direction, and opposite direction. And I just kind of, if my scores are off a little bit, I force them to make sure it's totally even on both sides. So now you have your little W. And if I have that the wrong way, I'll find out in a second and we'll just flip it. Then this one, what I do is I fold it in half. And sometimes this is not 100%. And that is okay. Then I fold this in half. I do try, I'm going to show you guys in a sec, to force. Yeah, it's good. To where, even though I have my score line, and we'll see, like I said, you could force it into place. But I try to make sure like this line right there lines up with that one. So I might have to adjust where I scored. And now let's do this one. And I'm folding towards myself on these ones here. So before I put it all the way down, kind of line that up like that. And there could be an easier way out there. I have no idea. This is not my design by any means, because my mind does not like doing these things. And if you don't like it either, just leave this as is. it's fun when it's done, but you know. And then fold that in half. It's just, you know, figuring out how to get it maneuvered, get it going. Okay, so we have everything is nicely folded. Now I'm going to show you. So I'm going to flip mine upside down for the moment, just so it's the same fold as this one, so I can see what the pahooey I'm doing. Because you're basically, it takes me a second to remember. Nope. Yep. Yep. So it ends up like that. That's what we want. Press it all into place. Okay. So that's why I say once you do it, keep a guide. That way you'll always know, you know, how you want that. And obviously you could do it with other sizes. I just like this for the 2x2 little photos. So open it back up, just so we can see. Here's our guide. And I just look at the hill is in, or is that valley? Like, is that considered the valley? Yeah, that's the valley. The hill is upside down. Now we are going to take, it's going to be our M. That's what it is. See, I told you I would know if I was off. You have it just like so. It's going to be just like that. So we are going to put glue just like right here and right here. But our hill is up. Our mountain, valley. Yes, our mountain is up. So I'm just going to add some glue. I don't know how much we do. I just do a little like square, call it good, and it seems to work. I put the two together, and I just make sure that I'm straight. Now you could put this in your like scoreboard and use the side of the scoreboard as a guide, but burnish that down good. And put some on this corner. And there are a lot of people who do these. Like I said, this is not my design whatsoever. This kind of stuff will never be mine. But it is fun to push yourself to try different things. I just don't like it when the book is all this stuff. I can't. That just like hurts my head. Okay, now we're gonna try to get it back into place. Kind of let the paper do its thing. So our two, like these look like pant legs to me. They come together like so. See? So it should just take your time. Play with some scratch paper, and I promise you'll figure it out. But just look at, most important, what I look at first is like, is this the valley or the mountain? The mountain is pointed down, and it just comes together. Then I just come and snip off just a little bit on the top. And I do a dry fit because if it is off, like if we need to trim off a little bit, I do that first. I'm going to trim just a little bit. It doesn't really need it, but I feel like there's just a little poking out. If I can. It's hard to do all these layers. Do you guys ever like watch a tutorial and feel like the teacher's gonna like just cut themselves and blood gush everywhere? Oh my gosh. I know that it's just sick that I just said that, but sometimes I think I'm like, oh my gosh, what if that happened? That would be horrible. Well, hopefully they wouldn't play the video. Okay. So that works well. And, oh, we don't want to do this yet. How am I going to do this? Because you want to put your paper down. Let me see. I don't know if this is going to work. Ooh, doesn't like that. I'm going to try. But you're going to put glue on both triangles. Do one side first. Center it if you can on your project. I'm just going to try to see if I can get it to somewhat stick. It's really thick because I want to put my paper down that I'm going to use. And here is where I did add Does it work? Does it work? Kind of, sort of. Oh, it's gonna lift. It's gonna lift. Don't lift. Stay down there. Let me grab it. But there we go. That's what it. Ooh. Can you guys see? I totally trimmed mine. Yeah. Don't do that when you trim the edges off. I will be redoing that. This is just, you know, this is the channel where you learn what not to do. This, you know, I'm just saying. This is the bloopers channel. It's all good. Okay. So, what are we gonna do? I did magnets. So I did magnets underneath. I did it right here, just so you guys know where I put them. And then I did not do them on this one. I did it underneath right here. Magnets for this. Then we have magnets that will go, can you guys see? It's hard to get this all in one frame. This thing's big. Like that together. So we have that. Now all we have left to do is the inside. But like I said, you don't have to, let me get a little paper clip. You don't have to do the mechanism. You can just leave it as a flap. You can add more things into the pocket. But now we're going to kind of reshape everything again. There we go. I flattened it all out. And it, again, don't forget, add like your little strip here if you want to really reinforce. I mean, it'll be fine if you don't, because you are, you know, if you add decorative paper, that helps too. I really like my albums to stay, you know, just really sturdy, especially if I'm gifting it to someone. I think I have anxiety, like thinking, oh my gosh, what if my book fell apart like a year later? And they're like, that girl, yeah, don't like it. Okay, so now inside here, so all we did on this one was photo mats that were 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 was the original black base. Then we put the white on, which was 4 1/8 by 4 1/8. That was that. Then over here, photo mat that is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, the black. And then the white was 4 1/8 by 6 1/8. Now for doing this part, and you don't have to do this part, and I could like show later an option if you guys want a different option, just of some things you could do on the inside. But you could do a waterfall in the middle. You can make like stacked flaps that mimic the protector pages, protective sleeves. Where are they at? All of the above, because these are the ones we are using. So I have like 5 different shapes. But if you guys want something like that, let me know. Okay, so for now, we went through, we scored all this. Hopefully, we will soon find out. I'm trying to think of how this is going to fold. Yeah, so one side, you're gonna have almost everything with the score tape. Another side, it's gonna be every other one. But I'm just gonna go ahead and fold it first, just to make sure we have the right size. I don't like doing it like that. So I do find it easier to get things, the accordions lined up if I fold every other one first and then pinch these two together to make sure they match up as best as possible. Like my original one was kind of a little wonky. And sometimes it happens and you just roll with it. Good burnish. Okay. So I'm skipping this one. Gonna pinch match up the corners as best I can. Okay. And that did not work out the way I wanted it to stay. Stay. If you are OC about it all being 100%, just, ooh, you gotta just let that go. So you can't see very well. Skip this one. Now fold the next one up. This is just the way that it works for me. If you're good at doing the accordion and get it all straight, you go for it. I am horrible at it. I don't know why, but it always comes out just wonky. And this one still will in some parts. But we're doing our best to match it all up and have at least one side line up. That's the goal. Just kind of push things into place. Skip. Go to the next one. Oh, look at, I'm just like struggling today. This is not my day. I have never done that ever. Goodness gracious. Bloopers. Okay. Get it all. Get your little fan. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. That side's gonna go down. Okay. So trying to see which side. So if I have that down, I need to have 5 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, there's only 4. So it needs to be this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That side. Okay. So that's how you know. So this side, we're gonna, that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots, is gonna have adhesive on every single one. The back one is gonna be every other one. So here, 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 and here. So let's just start doing that. So we will open it up. We got the hills are alive. Okay, stop it. This girl is cuckoo over here. Did I grab the boo-boo pen again? So just marking. So I know. Like that. That's the one I'm going to add my score tape to. And I'm going to just leave a little, I don't have to do that on this one. The other side I'm going to. I'll tell you what I'm talking about in a second. But for now, I have a 3/8 of an inch score tape. If you, I should probably get closer to the edge. If you want to do wet adhesive, you can. Just make sure it is nicely sealed up and burnished. But it is easier with score tape. And on the other side, you're really going to want score tape if you're using the plastic sleeves. And I will tell you, like, depending upon where you live, the plastic sleeves with the score tape could come loose later. So just so you know, again, just double checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, so every single one of these is getting score tape. But I'm going to leave just a little bit of paper so that I can be sure that glue will connect. And you'll know more what I mean in just a second. And you don't necessarily have to use 3/8 of an inch here. You could just use 1/4 of an inch. It actually might be better to allow the paper to grab any glue that you do. So I do suggest doing a 2 adhesive method with this. And I have found that, and I've tried Art Glitter Glue with the tape. I've tried Glossy Accents with the tape. E6000 works the best. as far as it staying together over time. But when you have those plastic sleeves, and I have plenty of books that have this, and it might like lift a little bit, but you know, I just kind of check them periodically, push them back together. But unless somebody like pulls on it and yanks it, you know, that's when it'll pop open. So we're just putting this all down. And this is not my idea either. It is Chibi and Milo. If you've watched my channel, I actually have done that project a ton of times. I watched that person for a long time. They don't craft anymore, which is weird, but that's where I get the quad folio from. And then there's also Tamra's, where she I believe got permission to redo that person's tutorial, so that is not hers either. It is Chibi and Milo. I just like saying it. Like, their YouTube name is fun. They have some cute projects way back when. I always wonder why someone stops doing stuff. What is that? Oh, the writing. It's like, what the heck is that? Okay, so I always do my back first. What am I doing? Not that one. That's going to go down. So hold on. Let's get this all kind of back to how we want it. So do not do the bottom one yet. Take all the others off. You can add glue if you want to. I've never had the back side come open. And if you want to do one at a time, you can. It's just easy to do it like so. Okay, hold on one sec, because I have to check the time. I'm always checking the time, not the time of the video, but just what time it actually is. Okay. Okay, so we have that done. Hold, please. Ooh. All right, I'm glad we're almost done with this. I gotta get going again. I always gotta go somewhere. Why am I so busy all the time? It's crazy. So this is the top. This one is the bottom. And we're gonna stick this in our book. Now, I do say it is best we have wiggle room, because our pages are, so here is the edge. We have like all this excess. So I say it's better just to err on this side versus not being able to close up your book all the way. So we are gonna take this off. And I'll do it like that. No, let's do it the other way. Okay, so have a little dry fit over here. Where's the edge? Oh, see, I wasn't even on the right one. And I'm gonna come away just like 1/8 of an inch, maybe. Is that what we're doing? Yeah, so we have good clearance. I'm slipping and a sliding. So be careful when pulling the tape, because it is slippery where we haven't pulled yet. But you want to try to keep it straight if you can. Does that still look good? It's moving, it's moving. Okay, I'm just going to pull this off and then lift it up and move it a little bit. Right there. Oh, good enough. It is what it is. If it's crooked, it's homemade. It's okay. Okay, so now here is how this works. So I always lay out my sheets. When you do this, one, make sure your opening is on the right side. See, make sure it's on the right, like up and down. I have done that before, and that is not fun. So make sure everything is up, up, and up. Okay. Then you're going to pick the ones that you want. So this one is the last page. Then this one. Then this one. Then the little like 6, 9, what is that, 6? And then the little squares on top. So that's how I want it stacked. So now I'm just gonna, I should do it opposite. Hold on. This is my first one on top. Second, third, fourth, and fifth. Now I can put them in, because I always put my bottom one in first. So this is how I do it. It's easier. Before I used to always do where I pulled both pieces, and then I just struggled getting my pages in evenly. I pull back. It's gonna be hard with this there. I pull, hold on. Let me see if I can get this a little flatter. Just a little bit. Okay. I pull back my top piece. Either one. I pull back one of them. It doesn't matter which one. And I slide my page in where I want it. So I kind of look and I make sure I'm somewhat even. It's probably, I think I usually do the bottom tape first, but we will see. So get it in place to where your page is even with your book. And that could mean that this is a little crooked, but that's okay. We are gonna go with it. Looks good there, looks good here. I got a little bubble action, so sometimes you might have to, let me see, maneuver, and you could just peel it back a little bit and kind of reset. So if this was down, get that flat, then stick it. See? So now that lays flatter. So it just gives you a little wiggle room. Now I'm going to take this piece off. I am going to get I always have minis. I don't do the big anymore because it always dried out. Plus, you guys know I like the minis. Okay, and then I just come in and I just dab it into, ooh, it's coming out fast, into certain spots. But make sure you get those spots. So I go where the hole is, because that is going to be like the tape to tape versus plastic. And then I get the end. So whether you're using E6000, I've done Art Glitter Glue, any glue, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. But I do feel like this one does better, but you want to get the ends. You might have some seepage. That's okay. So just gently press it all into place. Burnish, and then you're just going to do that for all of them. So I have some seepage. Let me get that off. Ew. Ew. I just did a lot right there. Now the E6000 will not dry nicely, so you do want to get that off. Gosh, I cannot get in there. I'm on the wrong part. There we go. Okay. So you have one done, and then you're just going to do that for the rest of them. Okay. So take the top, get our second one, and I'm just centering this and kind of looking at the edges. So to me, it's more important that things are lined up out here and top and bottom if I was doing like the same size versus inside the grooves. So I'm catching it. Let's see if it caught. Yep, caught good enough. Now I have some of like the little holes poking. I don't care. That's fine. To me, it flips better if it's not all the way in there, which you guys can see there's still a little bit. Now, if I wanted to go all the way in, I can. But again, I'm more concerned that this is nice and straight. So this one's good because we don't have plastic all the way through, which is nice. But I'm going to add a little bit. And you guys can see, like, it's just a little bit. This glue is like, what are we doing right now? And I would rather that be flat and not squish out, so we're doing that. And we're sticking it down. It looks complicated, but it's actually really easy. And I have done this in several different projects. So, done it in my Disney quad folio. I've done like little miniatures. That's why I like to get different size sleeves, because once I learned how to do this, I was able to put sleeves into, nope, top one, into any project that I wanted. Okay, so this one's little, so it can go wherever we want it. So I'm just going to line up like the lines with that and look at my top and bottom. Again, it doesn't have to be 100, but somewhat where we want it. Now let's see, did that catch evenly? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Good enough. Let's go with it. Okay. My glue has had better days. Let me get some more out there. So I'm just going to come in, squish it. Squish it, squish it, squish it. I'm really making sure like where the holes are. So as you guys see, I'm just adding a little bit. It doesn't need much. Oh, that flat. That flat. I'm weird. I have problems, I know. You can keep going. You don't have to continue to watch if you don't want to, because this is all we have left to do. This is it. We're just putting these in. So top. And once you get the hang of it, it's really easy. So we have a big, a little, a skinny, now a little. Matching that little up with the other little. And it's very important to hold them when you can. Boop. And sometimes it moves, you know, so that's why if you undo both tapes, it's hard to maneuver. Because, you know, like these two things would stick together. That's why I only do one at a time. Get it where I want it. Then I just come in, I reinforce my adhesive. Glue, glue everywhere. So I'm going where the holes are. Gotta get some more out. These really are cute little glues. They're just so little. I don't do any of the bigger, I mean, art glitter glue, yes, but like glossy accents, always the miniature, because I can never get through the whole bottle of the glossy accents. Then it would start like turning colors. And yes, that was because I did originally use any kind of pen instead of stainless. Now I do stainless, but the littles, they just travel better. Doesn't get dried up. Same with the Fabri-Tac. Oh my gosh, I could never do. I would always get like the large Fabri-Tac, and then it would like harden. It would like, I would waste so much money. It would drive me crazy. Okay. I know this glue driving on the outside is going to drive me crazy. Hopefully I'll be able to get that off. Okay, so again, kind of lining up the best I can here. Looking at top and bottom. This one, and it was that way in my other one. Oh, and I'm going to have to show you guys. This one, the inside to get into it is over here. And I didn't find that until I had put it in my book. But you could just cut this, but I liked having the seams, so this is all I did. We'll see if I could do it again. I don't know. I just came in with my knife, get this glue, and I just came in. I tried not to press down too hard, but hard enough to get through the top layer. Even if I got through the other layer, that's okay. Did I get through? Nope. So we're going to try again on the same line. Oops, kind of went on the seam. Get down. This is the only way I could tell. Maybe I could poke it through. Did I cut it all the way? Nope. Negative. Anywhere? Goodness gracious, girl. Get it together. So I'm trying not to go all the way through. Okay, I feel to go through there. It might have went all the way through on the back, but that's okay. Let's see. Just kind of open it up. At least I now have. There we go. And I just did, I think it was like a little bit less than an inch. And I'll show you guys again just to remind you. Because why not just make this video go even longer? So I just put that in there right there. And then they could pull it. I could have made it where it was flush, but I was like, no, it's kind of cute as a little pull tab. But then they could pull it out and write on it if they wanted to. So, oops, out of the way. And now we'll put our last one in. Put your cap on. Safety first, Tiffany. Okay. Oh, I gotta hurry up for that glue dries. Oh, we have that in. What are we doing? So this one, and like I was saying, this one was a little taller than the others, and it is on this one as well. So I'm just saying one of my other books. So I just kind of centered it. Still trying to keep this side nice and even. Ooh, I didn't like that. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, I'm gonna come in a little bit since it wants to move. Coming in. Oh, it's boo-boo. Let's see if I can come in and redo it. Keeps lifting it up. Stop it. Getting on my nerves. So this could try your patience, just saying. Okay. Let's see. That needs to come down a little bit. Let's just try. Good enough. This one now. Like I said, this gives you a little wiggle room to finesse it all. Yes, 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 that'll work. And once you put paper in, it weighs it all down anyways. And we are done with our folio, and Tiff has a mess. Well, see, that's now kind of dryish. Take that out. At least I'm using my glue. And I like these, they come in like a pack, what is it, like 3 or 4? So these last me a long time. And again, I like that I don't have to open something up and have it dry out on me. Okay, fold it over. And then you'll, like, I just put a little strip, 3/8 of an inch strip on top to mat this. Just clean that up over there. Do we have any on the bottom? Nope. And we are done. So it goes like that and like that. You can add more. There's room to add more flaps everywhere. There's lots more room. If you want to make yours bigger, there's room to grow. So you could add more pockets to this one if you guys want to. But yeah, I mean, that is our project. So again, let me know if you guys want to, if you want me to show a video of like, you know, a substitution, maybe of stacking like the pages. So if you don't want to do the sleeves, but again, it's fun just to try the sleeves. If you have not tried them before, it just makes, I don't know, it's just fun to me to do some different things sometimes versus the same old. But there you guys go. Hopefully you guys like this tutorial. I'm sorry that I had the little boo-boo in there, but that's bound to happen in my videos, so you guys should be used to it. Unfortunately, one of these days. But definitely go check out Country Craft Creations. The links will be in all the description box of the tutorials as well as the walkthroughs. And then if you're going to want to make this one, Winter Magic, I'll be working on that just in a little bit. So, you know, just to see what it looks like with 2 different collections on it. But there you guys go. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.